There are probably a million ways to cook a steak. We get stuck in a rut sometimes. We do the steak the same way because we find something we like, but every once in a while you can pull out an old classic like Cowboy butter on a filet. Very, very simple to do, and it just might elevate your steak game. Let me show you how I like to do it. I'm gonna start with these two gorgeous fillets. Now, a fillet does not have a ton of fat, which makes it a very delicate cut, which is nice, which is why it's expensive. But that's why we're adding all the butter and the flavor later. But I do wanna do two-stage seasoning here. I'm starting with the blackened and then the two-toe. Two-stage seasoning is nice because you've got one salty and then you've got one herby, so you're kind of layering your flavors. Just make sure to get it on every single inch of these beautiful steaks. I've got my griddle set to stun high heat, right? We want that gorgeous sear. A little bit of oil and toss those steaks down. Now let's talk about our butter. This is simple. This is not difficult. We're starting with butter. A lot of butter. It's basically 2 sticks of butter, but to this I want to add a ton of fun ingredients. I've got garlic. Don't worry about how perfect your knife cut is here. We just want some minced garlic. Minced garlic and some minced shallot. Now, shallot and garlic are both in the same flavor family, but they are slightly different. Shallots have a bit more sweetness, so they compound that garlicky flavor better. Does that make sense? It makes sense, right, CJ?
Totally.
Pop that onto the griddle right next to our steaks and let it start cruising. Now, herbs. Let's talk about herbs real quick. You ever pulled the leaves off of thyme? It's very difficult. Just throw the whole thing in there. However, I do want to chop up my chives. Nice, thin little cuts of chives. I've also got some parsley as well. Let's not add that yet, but you do want that chopped up and ready to go for what we're gonna do in just a second. Let's grab a lemon. I want zest and juice, but let's do the zest first. It's always easier to zest your lemon before you slice it. It's just, it's science, right, CJ? CJ knows. Totally science. But I do also want the juice. So zest and juice zest of a whole lemon, juice of half of a lemon. It may seem like a lot, but I do have 5 more things to add. I've got some ancho chili, but chipotle will do just fine, or cayenne. I've got some smoked paprika. Smoked is nice because it adds a smokier flavor. And I've also got some crushed red pepper. Now, skip these if you don't like the heat. Just go with chili powder, right? That's a good substitute. I've also got some prepared horseradish. This is gonna give us a zesty kick, which is gorgeous, and a bit of Dijon. I like the Dijon that has little bits of the mustard seeds still in it. And that's pretty much it here. We're gonna give this a beautiful mix and let it cruise. Let all those flavors start to come together. Don't let it cook too hard, but bubbles are okay. Soft, gentle bubbles, that's what we're looking for. Cook your steaks as long as you like, but with a gorgeous cut like filet, I'm a medium rare to rare kind of guy. Let it rest before we cut it, and we can pull the sauce over and just let it chill for a bit. Once your steak is rested and you start to slice it, there's a few things you could do here. You could slice it into bite-sized pieces. You could toss it in the board sauce. You could serve it as an appetizer or as an entree. I'm going old school. I'm leaving everything on the cutting board. But when you get to this place where you're about to eat it and you look at what you created, it's like one of those, like, okay, this is new, this is different, but most importantly, let's see if it's delicious. Oh yeah. Oh. Okay, so if you've never dipped your steak in straight cowboy butter, you're missing out. Lights out. Lights out delicious. I almost don't even want any vegetables. I don't need vegetables. This is a high protein diet. I want a plate of steak and cowboy butter, just dip that all day long. Oh man, that is crazy, crazy good. Thank you all so much for hanging out. This one is, I don't know, describe this one. How would you describe this, Andy?
Special, dude. Special, dude.
This one's special, dude. That's it. In the comments down below, let me know. Just say special, dude, if you're gonna make this at home. This one's good. Thank you again for hanging out. So take your steak game into new levels. Try new things. The steak was very simple. There was nothing difficult about the way we cooked our steak, but adding all this flavor into our butter, magical. Straight magic. Straight magic. Thanks for hanging out. That's all I got. Let me know in the comments, what would you like to learn about in the future? Let me know if you love it, like it, share it, do all the things, all the stuff, all the social media stuff. This is Cook, Eat, Repeat, where we like to help you become a better cook one recipe at a time. I'm your host, Chef Nathan Lippy, and I'll see you all in the next episode. You gotta try this, CJ. This is right up your alley, dude.